Well, speaking of issues that the next administration will have to confront, we turn to Syria now. And right now, Syrian rebels in Aleppo are calling for an immediate 5-day ceasefire to allow for the evacuation of the seriously wounded and let humanitarian aid come in. The proposal coming as Syrian forces gain control of 3/4 of that city that, as you know, has been a stronghold for rebels for 4 years now. Conor Powell is following this story from our Mideast Bureau in Jerusalem. Conor?
Jenna, the battle for Aleppo is rapidly becoming a real turning point in the Syrian civil war. This was a city that had been held by the rebels for some 4 years now, and it really is the real prize of the ongoing civil war in Syria right now. And the rebels for the last few weeks have been losing territory. Just last night, they retreated away from the downtown, the old city part of Aleppo. And in the last few weeks, they've lost about 75% of the territory they had controlled earlier in this summer. So they're really on their back heels. Their lines have been broken. And as a result, you see the rebels and many of the people in the civilian population in the rebel-held areas fleeing. There are thousands of people who are trying to get out of there, trying to get to places where there's food and water that's available. But there are also thousands, according to the UN and other aid groups, that are stuck in the fighting between rebels and the advancing Assad and pro-government troops as they move in there. Stepping back, this really is a big battle in the overall war because Aleppo is really the heart of the Syrian opposition. And there's a real question about what does the Syrian opposition look like if they no longer control Aleppo. They've lost territory in other parts of the country as well, including Damascus and several other key areas. So if they lose Aleppo, the big question is what does the Syrian opposition look like going forward? It's possible that it sort of retreats into a guerrilla-style campaign unless an area where they control large swaths of land. But that would be a big, big victory for the Assad regime and their Iranian and Russian backers who really do look to consolidate territory not only in and around Damascus, but Aleppo and across the entire country. So, Jenna, what we're watching in Aleppo is a key battle for not only that city, but also in terms of what this war looks like going forward.
We'll be watching. Conor, thank you.